welcome back to another episode. We've all experienced moments in life where the pain of our current situation becomes unbearable. So that could be a dissatisfying job, a toxic or stagnant relationship, or it could even just be extra weight that never seems to come off no matter what we do. So I want to talk about the power of pain and how it can motivate us to take action. What does it take to initiate change, and how does one stay committed to our goals? So I'm going to use the example that I think many of us have faced, and that's the challenge of weight loss or wanting to get into shape. We've all had those moments when the pain of our circumstances reaches a tipping point, a breaking point. For example, it could be being frustrated of not fitting into our clothes, or it could be the disappointment of looking in the mirror, or it could be the impact of our weight that's affecting our overall health. I felt this way. I was sick of having 5 different sizes in my closet. It was as if I had my own clothing store with all sizes available. See, I didn't want to toss out the larger sizes for the fear of needing them one day. And on the flip side, I didn't want to toss out the smaller sizes for the hope of getting into them one day. I reached my point of going up and down the scale. So what's your tipping point? But here's the problem. Some people have a tolerance for pain. They will sit in that pain until it becomes normal. Then this is at a point where it's no longer painful enough to make a change. And that's when you need to dig deeper. Otherwise, you'll end up in a rabbit hole that is difficult to get out of. Now, that's a whole nother topic that will need its own episode. When you do finally find that tipping point or reach that breaking point, it's those moments of pain that can serve as a powerful catalyst for change. It is at this point where we find the motivation to finally do something about it. Now, when we're faced with the desire to change our weight, we often seek out different approaches to achieve our goals. Now, this is going to vary because what works for one person may not work for another. And again, I can personally relate to this struggle because I've done them all. I did Atkins, I did Weight Watchers, I did keto. However, despite trying them all, it didn't work for me, and I found myself unable to sustain the results. Finding the right approach is going to require both testing them out and being patient. Now, what finally did work for me isn't going to work for everyone else because I had found one program that had helped me lose 25 pounds, but when I told other people what it was, they thought it was torture. So again, not all programs work for all people, so what you have to do is find what works for you. Now, the journey towards achieving our desired weight or whatever that significant goal is going to require a combination of patience and persistence because achieving a goal is going to take time. Sure, we want to lose those 20 pounds in a week, but as we know, life just doesn't happen that way. And when it gets tough, that's when we have to resist the temptation to give up because the results are not coming in quick enough. The longer the process is, the harder it is to stick it out. The easiest part is to give up. The hardest part is sticking it out because you get all motivated in the very beginning, but after a week or 2 goes by, it only gets harder and harder. That's where patience comes in. Patience allows us to trust the process and stay committed to the actions required for long-term success. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will our goals be achieved overnight or even a week. When pursuing weight loss or any goal, it's also crucial to set realistic expectations. Everybody wants that transformation to happen immediately. They want to lose those 20 pounds and have 6-pack abs within a week. We need to take it 1 pound at a time because you start to lose steam as you continue. Celebrate those small victories. Celebrate 1 pound loss at a time. Celebrate getting stronger. Celebrate walking or running that extra mile. Always acknowledge that the progress was made, even if the end result isn't happening as fast as you would like. Now, embarking on a journey of change, it becomes easier when you have a support system in place or having some sort of accountability. In losing weight, the best thing that worked for me, and again, it's not for everybody, is to be held accountable. So either a trainer or a weight loss coach always worked best for me because I knew I had to report in because they were tracking my progress. They were also the ones to help motivate you and push you harder than you can do for yourself. So regardless what it is, when the pain of the circumstance becomes great enough, It can serve as a powerful motivator to take action and pursue change. Whether it's addressing your weight or any other aspect in life, the journey requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to realistic expectations. You have to embrace the process, experiment with different approaches, and build a support system to stay motivated. A lasting change is a journey, and it's within our power to achieve our goals with determination and resilience.
And you have to push against or you don't develop it. How do you build a muscle? You don't build muscle because you were born with it. We're all born with muscle. But if it's developed, you trained it. And that means you got to find something that you valued more than your pain. You got to get beyond your pain, or you got to use your pain and say, I'm going to use it to become more.
Thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next episode.